Hello, cheers. It's Monday, November 7th. I tried a different coffee this weekend. A cinnamon blend for the holidays. Yuck. Back to Old Faithful Cinnamon Nut Swirl. This is my favorite. A few things to share this morning. Thanks for being with me, folks. Hello, Oscar. Hello, Trish. Hello, family. So, to work our way up, energy-wise, I'll deal with this first. Yesterday we got word that Mimi Parker of Low passed away. Singer-drummer for the band Low. I quite like them. Got to see them and meet them. Just saw them once. But this is some real honest music. And there's a lot of soul to it. You really feel a lot of what they're singing and playing. There's a simplicity to a lot of the arrangements, but at the same time, there's a nice variety to how they approach the music. Mimi had been suffering from cancer for a while, and she finally succumbed. Rest in peace. On Facebook, I posted the selfie that I took when I got to meet them, and Tim Guthrie photobombed us. It's kind of a funny little picture. I want to thank you all very much. Okay, I got records out to show. I want to thank you all very much for another good Bandcamp Friday. I'm also glad for the feedback that you actually like the ambient pieces. You know, I discovered actually that since putting that together that I have some newer pieces that I had kind of forgotten about. So for the last Bandcamp Friday of the year for December, I will prepare another new release. It won't be all ambient. It'll be part ambient and part song, or music rather, because I'm still not singing. But thank you very much for the positive numbers. I do look at the statistics on Bandcamp Fridays, and again, I came in number 3 sales-wise for Nebraska on Bandcamp for Bandcamp Friday, November. Very pleasing. Who was number 1? Of course, again, my friend David Nance. Of course, he's pretty smart. He's got this cassette thing going on, and he obviously has found his niche because people just snap his cassettes up like nobody's business. Very, very cool. I'll show some records, but as you know, this is also a bit of a Dear Diary. So I want to share with my family and anyone else interested. I live here in Omaha, Nebraska, and like most bigger cities or towns, because Omaha's not a big city, it's a bigger town. You have your local award boards, or whatever you want to call it, your awards, for the arts and stuff. Here it's the Omaha Arts and Entertainment Awards. Entertainment and Arts Awards, OEAAs is what they call them. I've been nominated more times than I can remember. I've won 4 times. They did the reveal of the nominations for this year. I really wasn't expecting. I don't know what to expect, but I didn't put out a new physical album this year, and I only played a few shows. So in my mind, I was thinking, well, I don't really expect anything, but I got nominated again twice. One Best Punk for RAF, and we only played I think 2 shows the whole year. I love it because these awards are put together not by a group, but by the public at large. Anyone can nominate anyone in Omaha for an award. So I'm always surprised. RAF, not a big surprise, even though we barely play. But I know that when we play, we destroy. We really are one of the best bands in the state of any type of music. But then I look and see I got nominated for Artist of the Year again. Now that's totally unexpected from me. Again, this year I won. Year before last, the COVID year, 2020, I won it, Artist of the Year. It made sense to me in my mind because even though COVID shut things down, I was very active that year with my dance commissions and my album and some other stuff. So I'm just sharing that. I'm pleasantly surprised and pleased to receive the nominations. It's nice to be recognized. I'll show some music and probably babble some more. I had a good weekend. I had another great Zoom with Stephanie and Kareem. And interestingly, Stephanie, I had an addendum to our conversation on Sunday with my friend Blake. If I remember, I'll talk about that after showing some records because it's. I feel blessed. That's really what I want to say. Some records that I played. Bloodrock live. Bloodrock. I believe they're from Texas. I've shared before that when they had the big hit DOA in the 70s, they went out on tour, a national tour, came through Omaha, and I won a ticket to the show. It was one of my first big rock concerts, and they were very good. They were very good. There's parts of it that have really aged, like some of the singing is just over the top. But then the songs, some of the riffs on here are just rock solid. Very good band. This is how I started my day yesterday. It's really hard for me to make a comprehensive top list of anything, but this album is on it. Towards the Top. One of the greatest pieces of music to my ears, and it just does my soul a whole lot of good whenever I play this. Bennie Maupin's The Jewel in the Lotus. As you know, he came to prominence playing with Herbie Hancock, but he also goes back to, he's on Bitches Brew with Miles Davis. This is very, very zen, the title is perfect. It's so serene. It's just almost perfect. This is one of the best albums of all time for my taste. It's a fantastic album. I was in the U's yesterday, and so I gave this a real good solid listen. Univers 0, Phosphorescent Dreams. As I listened to this, I tried to understand, was there a trajectory or something trying to be expressed specifically through this music? And nothing like that came through. It became more clear to me that this is an expression. It's almost like a folk type of music. Makes me think of gypsies and things, people living on the road outdoors, but a very spirited life. It makes me think of the past. I can see groups of people dancing with long skirts and coats on. I used to call this music dark, but it's not dark. It's just a different shade. This is really good. And Univers 0 is something I strongly recommend for people who like adventurous music or just something that's out of the ordinary. The other U that I played was this, Uni Sono. This is a reissue. I think this is, I think these guys, well, they're Scandinavia of some sort. I have to look it up. It looks like they're from, Pekka Pohjola, then Finland, because Pekka Pohjola, who's in Wigwam, really enjoyed this jazzy fusion. Horn player is featured Paroni Pakunainen. He is the featured soloist on here. Uni Sono, really nice. Similar to maybe like Perigio, if you've heard that Italian band. Nice. I noticed online, because I do, like most people, we do spend a fair amount of time on and off the internet. It's the meeting place of everyone. So I saw that yesterday was the anniversary release of this album, Ramones Rocket to Russia. So I played this all the way through. Love the Ramones. Once they get to playing, I'm in. I just go there. One of the great things I got to experience was the Ramones, this band. Except for Tommy, it was Marky on Ramones by the time they got to Omaha. It was like an explosion went off in Omaha. It was very inspiring, and the band were just like a phenomenon. They were just like, wow, what is happening? And the entire audience responded that way. It's a great album, Rocket to Russia. Played part of this and then took it off because it got to a point where it was like, this is a little bit pretentious. Duncan Mackay, Chimera, keyboardist. I think he was with Cockney Rebel, and he's done some other things. I have his other solo album, which I actually like better than this. But this cover I always found intriguing. I think those are supposed to be balloons, but strange. It's good, and at the same time, it was like, okay, this is getting to a part where he's kind of showing off, and that's not really what I'm interested in. This was a fun ride. Omar Rodriguez Lopez from the Mars Volta. This is one of his groups, the Quartet. I like to show because it's my favorite color, orange. This is jammy and spacey and intense and good. What's the name of this album? I can't hardly tell what the name of the album is. It's really good though. It might just be the Oscar Rodriguez Lopez Quartet is the name of the album. Really enjoyed this. Oh, there it is. Sepulcros de Miel. Sepulcros de Miel. Yeah, that was good. Another one that really... This is what I was playing when it was time to start the Zoom call with my family. I was listening to Gilded Eternity by Loop. Guitar-based, droning, psychedelic, head music. Loop. I like Loop. They do a very cool cover of Can's Mother Sky as well. And this, Morgan Delt. I think this is his first solo album. Definitely in the tradition of 60s psychedelia and done very well. This is juicy. That's how I describe certain types of psychedelia, because it's almost like it's tangy, like citrus fruit to me. And this is an example of that. Just very good. Real good. Real good. So, cheers again. No singles today. I'll show some more, but that reminds me that I did catch Michael P. Dawson's latest video where he pulled out some singles, and wow, some really cool singles. Of course, that's the thing that I personally realize, is that everyone who collects has gems. Everyone has stuff that makes me jealous. You know I have a cool collection, but I can't have everything. And some of those picture sleeve singles that he showed, in particular Fire Sign Theater, never see those. Way cool. Way cool. So, I'll be showing more singles, but not today. Um, I'll go ahead and say it. You know, I'm voting tomorrow. I like to vote in person. The only vote that makes sense to me is blue. You know, me as a common person with no money, you know, it doesn't make any sense for a person like me to vote red. None. That's what last thing I have to say. Be well, and of course, I appreciate hearing your comments.